Now, if you love Optimal Work Daily, a great podcast to pair it with is the Hustle Daily Show, part of the HubSpot podcast network and the audio destination for business builders. The Hustle Daily Show provides your daily dose of business, tech, news, and original stories to keep you in the loop on what's trending in business so you can use this information to help your own company succeed. The Hustle Daily Show's team of writers break down the biggest business headlines in 10 minutes or less, just like we do here, and explain why you should care about them. They'll also do deep dives on topics like a man who won the lottery 14 times and why it's nearly impossible to buy an original Bob Ross painting. I checked out a few episodes of the Hustle Daily Show, and to me, it felt like one of the most fun and streamlined ways possible to get the information you need to stay up to date on current business trends. So be sure to search for the Hustle Daily Show wherever you get your podcasts.
When someone accidentally threw away the school play costumes,
oh no!
Replacements were shipped with FedEx. And with picture proof of delivery, everyone could focus on the perfect opening night. FedEx, where now meets next. For residential delivery only.
This is Optimal Work Daily, episode 1161. When to Quit a Side Hustle by Jim Wang with budgetsaresexy.com. And I'm Dan, I'm your host, and I'm with you every single day reading from these websites that cover work and productivity and a lot more. So now we're going to jump right into our post for today as we optimize your life. When to Quit a Side Hustle by Jim Wang with budgetsaresexy.com. Starting something new is always exciting. I only recently started microblogger, and all of the excitement I had when starting bargaineering came rushing back to the forefront. I was learning a new niche, reaching out to new people, making new friends, maybe a few enemies, but it's been fun. You can find a million articles about how to start a side hustle or business, but very few about when it's time to shut it down. People like to remain positive, and shuttering a business is anything but. Years ago, I helped start a small advertising company that had an innovative way of leveraging retargeting. We signed up publishers, we reached out to potential clients, and we actually sold some business. Even today, years after we shut down the business, I still think it's a great idea, and I don't know anyone who is doing it. At the time, retargeting was still very new, and so we had the challenge of not only selling the idea of it, but also ourselves and our innovative strategy. It was too many sells, other opportunities looked better, and we moved on. A gentle euphemism for we shut it down. Not every passion turned side hustle will be a roaring success, but shutting it down isn't necessarily a bad thing. So how do you know when to shut things down? It is the hardest decision a hustler can make, because it runs counter to our very nature. If things aren't going well, we respond by pushing ourselves. You can always work harder. If there's an obstacle, we try to go up, around, or through it. We aren't trained to quit. We're trained to work harder than the next person and persevere. Quitting is for quitters. Quitting is also sometimes necessary, and there's no easy answer as to when you should. It is often said that we make decisions based on emotion and then look for facts to back them up. I believe in the end, whether you should shut down is a gut feeling. You will know deep down that fighting another day and grinding another week just won't cut it. If you're feeling those emotions or think you might be, let's try to find some facts to back it up. Let's try to determine whether you're just passing through a rough patch or if it's time to shut the doors. How well did you test this idea before executing? Did you make your first sale? How about your second? A problem many entrepreneurs run into is that they fall in love with their idea and they don't test it enough. They don't try to locate their market and ask their potential customers what they want. You're essentially building a prototype business to see if it'll fly. If it does, you can build it for real. If it doesn't, you can toss it and move on without having invested too much money, time, and energy. If you haven't been able to sell enough of your product or service, does a market even exist for it? It's as simple as going out onto the street and walking up to complete strangers to ask for the sale. If you can't or are unwilling to do so, maybe the business isn't meant to be. For our retargeting business, the market was still very young, and while it exists today, it didn't really exist back then. Has your life situation changed? Jay shared with me the story of why he shut down Love Drop. What he was doing was fantastic, and while it wasn't a for-profit business, he would have continued running it had his life situation not changed. He discovered he would become a father and he wouldn't be able to travel as much, which was core to Love Drop. Rather than put stress on himself and his family by continuing, he made the difficult decision to shut things down. Do you still believe in the business? This is arguably the most important reason, because if you don't believe in it, no one will. The tricky part about this is that your faith will be tested often. You will have bad days, but do the bad days shake your foundations? I find it's extremely valuable to step away from the business for a few days, clear your head, and try to reassess when you're not emotionally drained. Employees do this every week. Entrepreneurs and hustlers tend to push through weekends as if they don't exist. If you can't get away, or if a few days is not enough, I suggest asking someone else for their opinion. Consult a mentor. Every entrepreneur should have mentors they look up to, whether it's peers in their industry or just trusted advisors from their personal lives. You need someone you can confide in who can give you an honest assessment of your business. If nothing else, being able to speak with someone about your struggles can have a therapeutic effect. Also consider finding a mastermind group that you can join or start to have that support structure in place. Talk to them about your concerns for the business and whether it might be time to shut things down. They'll be objective in their assessment, and they might even have advice for how to proceed. I joked in the beginning that quitting is for quitters, but I don't believe that. Our lives are a string of successes and failures. It's our responses to either that define who we are. If you choose to shut something down, it's not the end of your entrepreneurial career. It's merely a bump in the road, and one that, hopefully, you will have learned from. The lessons you learn in a failure will prove invaluable in the next venture. Bargaineering started as a site that curated bargains. It ended up as a personal finance blog. It was a failure before it was a success. It's never easy to pull the plug on a business, and one that shouldn't be taken too lightly. Hopefully, with these suggestions, you can make the right decision with confidence. You just listened to the post titled When to Quit a Side Hustle by Jim Wang with budgetsaresexy.com. You want consistency and quality, but you also want variety and freshness. If you run a business, you want it all. With nuts.com, you can get so many different delicious snacks and ingredients and know that they will consistently exceed your expectations. Nuts.com is your one-stop shop for the highest quality foods for business. They offer delicious office snacks, corporate gifts, and wholesale ingredients. And over 50,000 companies choose nuts.com for their business needs, from offices to hotels to restaurants and retail stores. And we've even loved their product as remote workers. Nuts.com has sent us plenty of snacks that keep us energized and focused so we can deliver the best work that we can. Nuts.com makes ordering for your business quick and easy. Right now, Nuts.com is offering new business customers a free gift with purchase and free shipping on orders of $125 or more at nuts.com/OWD. So go check out all the delicious options at nuts.com/OWD. You'll get that free gift and free shipping when you spend $125 or more. That's nuts.com/OWD. Your business is buried in manual work, taking forever to close the books. If this is you, consider three numbers: 37,000, 25, 1. 37,000. That's the number of businesses which have upgraded to NetSuite by Oracle. 25. NetSuite turns 25 this year. That's 25 years of helping businesses do more with less, close their books in days, not weeks, and drive down costs. 1, because your business is one of a kind, so you get a customized solution for all of your KPIs in one efficient system with one source of truth. Manage risk, get reliable forecasts, and improve margins. NetSuite is giving you the power of having all your information in one place, helping you to make better, more driven decisions as a business owner. Everything you need to grow, all in one place. And you really can't put a price on the power and efficiency that comes with having all of your processes streamlined like this. This is truly an unprecedented offer. Right now, download NetSuite's popular KPI checklist, designed to give you consistently excellent performance, absolutely free at netsuite.com/startup. That's netsuite.com/startup to get your own KPI checklist. netsuite.com/startup. And I want to thank Jim, who is a guest writer on budgetsaresexy.com. He is the founder of Bargaineering, a personal finance blog that was acquired in 2010 for over $3 million. Since then, he started a news site, wallethacks.com, where he and his team share unconventional strategies to get ahead financially and in life. And also a big thank you to Jay Money, who is the creator of Budgets Are Sexy. And we've been fortunate enough to meet him at some conferences in the past and hang out with him a little bit. And he's a really great guy, a lot of fun to be around. And he does typically write about personal finance, so you can hear his content being narrated over on Optimal Finance Daily pretty regularly, but occasionally he does touch on business issues as well. He started Budgets Are Sexy way back in February of 2008 to track his journey of hitting $1 million in net worth. After 11 years of budgeting, saving, learning how to invest, and making a bunch of mistakes along the way, he finally reached his goal, and millions of readers were there with him following along the whole time. So again, to hear a lot more content from his site being narrated to you for free, you can simply search for Optimal Finance Daily wherever you're hearing this. And I think that does it for today. I hope you have a happy Tuesday out there, and thanks so much for being a subscriber and regular listener. And I'll see you back here tomorrow for the Wednesday show, where your optimal life awaits.